hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to?
Welcome again to Street Talk. My name is Ahmad Shakaraki. And on Street Talk, we do the political, social, and economics here in Michigan, across the U.S., and abroad. Now, joining me tonight,
Paget Maynard.
Okay, we got a lot to talk about. I just want to throw this out to the people who kind of sleeping out there, that PTSD, post-traumatic slavery disorder. This is 26. Okay.
2026.
And everybody who's eligible to vote should be able and willing and ready to vote. We're going to be saying this from now until November. We're going to be talking about voting. But you were saying, Patrick, about this crazy man we got for president, this rapist and everything else, and here he is and done took over a country, and all it's about is the gasoline. That's all they want to do is get the gasoline. The thing is, what those people there, I mean, they probably had a bad government there, but still, what business the rapists had in going in there? I mean, what is it, man? Tell me.
Listen, I don't know that you'll find any government anywhere that is absolutely perfect.
No.
Even in the best of what we call democracy, you still have problems.
Right.
However, when the evils are surmounting the good that they're doing, then we do have a big problem.
Yeah.
How are we going to handle it? That, to me, is the bigger problem, because most of us sit back, we just give in, we surrender. Like, case in point, Congress.
Okay.
Congress has literally abdicated its responsibility and allowing Donald Trump to do what he feels like doing, even though it's constitutionally their responsibility.
Yeah. Yes, and the Republicans, man, are just there to witness and go do whatever Trump says. Whatever he says, it's got to be right.
The amazing thing is, the people know that the man is no good.
Yeah.
But they are afraid. Now, does he have horns like they portray the devil? So they're afraid he might butt them?
No, it's not that.
Is he coming with a pitchfork like the devil is pictured?
No.
And even if he is the devil incarnate, do you still need to afraid him? Don't you have something to counteract that?
But see, the thing is now is that all the Republicans in there, and I'm gonna say, I think there's a few of them in there who are in there for good, but most of them in there are in there to get what money they can,
Probably.
So this is why they go along with whatever he says. And the Supreme Court, we don't have a Supreme Court anymore. We got a court that follows him, and
They voted against him recently.
Yeah, well, once out of 10 times, you know, they'll, we do this. But see, man, the thing is that when we lose the Supreme Court,
You have nothing.
we got nothing. We got
But
nothing.
I can give some of those Republicans some credit. Just a few days it came out. They have, 47, 16 Republicans who are now asking for the president to be removed from office immediately. He should resign, he should quit, he should get out because of a document that they had a chance to see. How they got it, I don't know. But the issue is so bad that even committee members, chairperson of committee had to say, well, this is so very terrible that I cannot, he cannot sit back and say and do nothing.
Well, but see, what are they doing and what are they going to do? See, that's the thing, you know. You get.
Well, there was a letter that was written and sent to whoever it's supposed to get to, and waiting to hear what else happened from that. But from what I gathered, this Republican, he read the letter out in the chamber, and he was so broken up even to have to do that.
Yeah, but what's going to happen next? You know, that's the thing. It's like a few Republicans will say this and say that, but then when it comes down to the real, you know, they don't, you know. But you were saying.
Let's hope they perk up.
Okay.
Now,
go ahead with
you want about Venezuela?
Yeah.
Well, first off, why would America go into another country and capture whatever word you want to use? There are other words you could use, but let's say capture. Capture the leader of the country, take him out of the country, bring him to your country to try him. But when you look at this now, this very, what do you all call the president of, he's what of the military?
Well, you know, for me, man, the man dodged 5 times from being inducted to the military. So,
well, hear this.
You know,
that piece of evidence that they saw shows that he himself was sabotaging military stuff for his own benefit.
Yeah.
This must not go through until XYZ military officers, until they come out to his meeting and show public support for him.
Well, see, the thing is right now, and again, you know, back then, he dodged and went on, and
well,
he don't even know.
He don't have to dodge now, for he's too old.
He don't even know what foot it was supposed to have been bad. You know, really, you know.
He had the bone spur, but he doesn't know which one.
He don't know which one it was. You know.
Oh,
and I hate to think about it as an animal. He might have had three or 4 legs. But anyway, he dodged that, and now, you know, it's the military. He's sending the military here, the military there, and all of this. You know.
He's playing games with this thing. Now the Supreme Court said he can't do it. He has to stop. They came out and voted against him. But going into Venezuela, why did they go there? What has Venezuela done to America to warrant over 125 military planes, 15,000 military soldiers, whatever, and all the ships and whatnot. Why do you need all of that for this little place?
Well, but
if you needed to go.
But see, all this build up, all this was a build up. When these ships and all of this,
Like blowing up the people boat,
you know,
killing
blood,
off
yeah,
over 100
all
people.
of this was, you know, planning and everything, you know, and from the news I've been able to read and to see and all this, these little boats, they wasn't headed for the U.S.
Man, look, the people, some of them are fishermen.
Yes.
You blow up a boat, assuming,
Yeah.
because they haven't shown
They-
any evidence
no,
yet,
not yet. They haven't shown
that they
any-
were drug boats.
Yeah.
They were bringing drugs to America.
right.
Well, wait till you get them in American waters then, not in international waters.
Well, see, that's the thing, man, and millions of America believe that he's keeping drugs out of the U.S.
Well, in case they don't remember or never knew, it was American leadership that got this drug problem in America.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And all those soldiers went in there and come out all screwed up. Ask them what they pump in your skin inside there to make you what you are when you come out.
Yeah.
So don't let it fool you about the no drugs. Let me give you some things I jot down here. Why? The why of it. This is the reasoning that was coming around. One, they say Maduro is associated with bad people, drugs and narco-terrorists and that kind of thing. Trump claims that Venezuela is emptying their prisons and mental health institutions into America. No evidence. He said they're stealing American oil and land and other resources. That's a lie.
Yeah.
If Venezuela has American land, well, Trump, are you going to give your neighbor Mexico back their land?
You know,
You can't say it wasn't theirs.
which is Arizona, California, Texas, you know.
That's a chunk of the country.
Yeah. Yes.
So you can't go taking somebody's thing, claiming that they take it, it belongs to you, when you have something that was somebody else's.
Yeah. But see, man, the man, when you got a liar like that, man, and you got people in, you know, South Dakota, North Dakota, and all out there, man, you know, who gonna believe nothing but what Trump says, you know, and people in here in the South and the North gonna believe just what he says, you know. It's people right now, all they are listening to
They're
is
stealing American oil.
you know. Now, I mean, how did they get to steal American oil? I mean,
But here's this nice one. There's no cooperation with the U.S. Venezuela is not cooperating with them. By cooperation, they mean you do what I say. In fact, they're saying, well, the President Trump gave him lots of opportunity. What was the opportunity about? Telling him he must get out this country, go in exile someplace, Russia or Iran or wherever.
Yeah.
Get out. Why should he go? So that Donald could have his puppet there.
Yeah. And that's what he's doing right now. Going to bring in these big oil companies.
Well, we're going to come to them.
You know.
We're going to come to that. He said, they openly operate with dangerous terrorists and criminal elements. And Maduro is illegal. He is not a legal president. Well, isn't this the same man who in 2020 was trying to and led
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people right now still don't believe. They say they don't believe. They lie to you though.
Say, oh,
don't
it
believe.
was the election was this. Now they're saying they didn't have fair election in Venezuela. Well, okay, Donald. You claim that they stole the 2020 election from you.
Yeah.
You told the people to go down there and fight like hell, or they wouldn't have a country to fight for anymore.
Yeah.
And then you turn around, now you're back in office. Everybody who had anything to do with his trials, had anything to say in dealing with his affairs, he wants to lock them up, try them, do all kind of things.
Yeah.
And he's losing.
Yeah.
But something else. What they said there is not the real reason. The real reason, the justification that they're trying to give for this is not a matter of stemming the drug flow to this country. It wasn't about that. It's about regime change. They want to change the regime there. And this is what came out of Donald Trump's mouth. Okay. It's about enriching oil corporations and billionaires. And that's why he's saying America going to be running the country. We're going to be sending in American oil companies so that they can extract more oil because they're not extracting as much as they can and should be doing. And this, that, and make them rich. Mm-hmm. Come on. You believe that serpent?
But I mean, what's the people there going to do? You know, that's what I want to know. What's the people there going to do? You know?
I don't know exactly what they're going to do. But I don't think everybody is going to sit idle.
I mean, if they're going to take all the oil, I mean, the people just going to, what?
Look, they're saying, oh, we want it so that the money could go to the people. Well, you in this country, and you are in charge, but the money not flowing down to everybody.
No, not at all.
And every now and then, every so often, more often than not, you hear he just made another billion or whatever.
Yeah.
And when you study and see where all of this is coming from, you know it's not all above board.
No. You know, you've got people right now, you know, struggling. Every time it's time to eat, you got people struggling to get some food to eat, you know, here in this country. So what's going to happen there, though? When he's putting U.S. people in charge. You know, we got U.S. people in charge here and got people, you know, can't eat.
Look, one of the things, they have this woman, Rodriguez, appointed as the interim president. She did make some statements, but now it sounds like she's backtracking.
Mm-hmm.
Trump says she's cooperated. Now they wanted people who would cooperate with them. He said she's cooperated. As a matter of fact, Donald Trump said he selected her for the position. Nothing goes like that. But he said it.
Yeah.
And people got to learn that when Donald says something, it doesn't necessarily mean that's the truth. He is Lionel.
Well, you know, I've
or
always
maybe Lionel.
Well, I've always known he was the greatest liar in the world, you know, and he'll forever be the biggest liar in the world, you know. So, I mean, anything he says, I look at the other way, you know.
But here now, he said this woman is cooperating, and she's willing to do what it takes for Venezuela to be made great again. Look how long he's to make America great again. Where's the greatness? What, their weapons? Because they could go out there and blow up somebody's place? Don't they think that what you sow, you're going to reap?
Well,
You don't plant yams and get potatoes, you know?
well, the thing is that when he used this "Make America Great Again," we know what that's about, you know.
Make Donald richer.
Yeah, you know, we know exactly what that's about, you know. It's about whites, you know. He wants. All I got to do is look at it. You know, Hispanics, blacks, and others, people of color, you know, he's trying to do everything he can to make them poorer than they are, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So when he out of this America Great Again, he knows that the people in North Dakota, Wyoming, and places like that, they go along with him, you know. You know? But you were saying.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of things here. You got to pick and choose what to say now. But just Marco Rubio was being interviewed by Stephanopoulos. And he asked him, well, what the justification, what's the authority you have for what you're doing? He couldn't come with any legal justification. He come up with all kind of rambling. Eventually, he said, well, we have a court order. And as I told you before, and this, that. Come on, man, answer a question straight up. And when you look at him there now, say he talking, the boy look like he really afraid to open his mouth. He has lost himself. At least Marjorie Green found herself back.
Well, the thing is, again, you know, they want to follow everything that Trump is saying, and they just lie, you know.
Ahmad, here's what he said. When you ask about the authority, he's telling you what they hope. The hope is that moving forward, we no longer have a Venezuela in our hemisphere. That's the crossroads for many of our adversaries around the world. Is no longer sending us drug gangs. Is no longer sending us drug boats. Is no longer a narco-trafficking paradise for all those drugs coming out of Colombia to go into the Caribbean and towards the United States. That's not the authority, but that's the answer to the question. But he went on further. I don't know if that man looks in the mirror and see what he looks like now. He's looking more like a real little Marco.
Well,
anyhow, he said, we want a better future for the people of Venezuela. That's a lie. We want them to have an oil industry where the wealth goes to the people, not to a handful of corrupt individuals and stolen by pirates all over the world. Corrupt?
Well, now
don't you know, Ahmad? The president is corruptio totalis, totally depraved.
Yeah, and he said, the other night, you know, he's gonna send people from, you know, Shell and the different oil companies in there
to make sure they get better production.
Yeah. Now, what's the people that they're going to do, though? I keep asking that question.
Well, they might give some of them a job, maybe. But let them beware. There's a song says, criminal beware. So if they want to play criminal and be acting like criminals, beware, because things do backfire. Okay. Trump implies he is going after Colombia, he's going after Cuba. In fact, he said Cuba is ready to fall. Colombia, he's accusing them about drugs and all of that. But what Trump wants, don't miss out on this, full access to the land, the oil, and all the other resources in the country. And the Rodriguez, she is willing to work with us on that.
Yeah, you know.
Then this woman, Noma, whatever name, however you say her name, she one of his secretaries or something or the other. She said, we're looking for a leader that will stand up beside us. Wait a second. You're looking for a puppet?
That's what that means, you know. This country's been there. It's been there for thousands of years, and all of a sudden they need, you know, they got to stand with America.
But look who's saying that. How much of a leader she is.
You know?
Good grief, man. You see, sometimes the worst thing is to put some people in places, in positions, because they assume now they're the greatest. They have it all.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I'm like Donald thinks, I am monarch of all I survey.
Yeah.
My rights, there's none to dispute.
Yeah.
And then he comes back. I am Sir Oracle. And when I open my mouth, let no dogs bark. But let me tell Donald, when he opens his mouth, he just show everybody how much of a fool he is.
Well,
when you ask him, well, I didn't know anything about that. You are the leader, the president, and all these things that government issues, you have no idea about them. I just hearing it from you.
Lie. He won't. He'll try to make the person ask the question.
Stupid question.
Yeah.
That's his thing. But because nobody tell him back how stupid he is. The very fact that you call a straight question like that and calling the person stupid to ask the question, it shows you're more stupid because you don't have the wherewithal to answer it.
Right.
If you answer, you're going to lie.
Yeah.
And when you're not lying, you're going to reveal your nasty character.
Yeah.
And what dirty plans you have.
Yes. But we got a lot to go through with that, and maybe on the next show we can.
We'll have to get back. We haven't gone into it. We just checked the surface.
You know, and I'm just hoping that something works out for the people. You know, I'm hoping that something works out for those people, because Trump has no plan for them that's going to be right. He has no plan.
Donald says there is a hidden agenda.
Yeah.
And it's always whatever he comes and he says you're going to get, bear in mind, he's thinking about himself.
Yes.
He is very much into the rotten and pocket borrows.
Yeah. Yes. All right. All right. My name is Ahmad Sakaraki, and we catch you at the next block for more Street Talk. Peace.
Don't let anybody make you think that God chose America as his divine, messianic force to be a sort of policeman of the whole world. God has a way of standing before the nations with judgment, and it seems that I can hear God saying to America, you are too arrogant. If you don't change your ways, I will rise up and break the backbone of your power, and I'll place it in the hands of a nation that doesn't even know my name. Be still and know that I'm God.